Hey guys, this is Brendan Mejia from Power Rangers Dino Charge.
This is Jack Guzman. I play Danny Delgado as the Black Ranger on Wild Ford.
Hey, it's Mike Jen. This is the Gold Power Ranger from Power Rangers RPM.
And this is Steve Cardenas, a.k.a. Rocky the Red Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
My name is Peter Sudarso. I play Preston, the Blue Ninja Steel Ranger, and Marvin, the Red Hyperforce Ranger.
Hey guys, this is Tracy Lynn Cruz.
Do you like dancing and do you like Power Rangers? Well, make sure to come to Morphicon 2018 to the Angel Grove High School Prom. I'll see you there.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the Angel Grove High School Prom Party hosted by that hashtag show. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Come out and have some fun. Peace.
Come join me at the Angel Grove Prom at PMC 2018. I've never been to a prom because in New Zealand we don't have prom. So join me. It's going to be my first. Crown me, prom king. No, king, don't do that.
And I need you guys to make sure you join me at the Angel Grove Senior Prom at Power Morphicon this year.
And I want to see you at the hashtag show's Angel Grove Prom at Power Morphicon.
I want to welcome you to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove High School Prom. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. It's going to be fabulous. Dress up, and we'll see you then.
Welcome to the Ranger Wrap-Up. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Hey, we're here live. We're going to be talking about Power Rangers. We got a lot of things to talk about today. We don't actually have a ton, but we're going to have fun tonight.
We're going to have fun.
Hey, who's talking?
I was talking too. I
can
talk to a free country.
We usually go on. This is what you didn't like with
I
Ron.
know. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You.
Daniel, I apologize to you, Daniel.
Monkey.
Hey, don't call me a monkey. You monkey.
That's racist.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to be talking about Power Rangers today.
Wow.
Jezzer, what's wrong with you today? Why you've had your panties in a bunch all day?
Was that your own?
What's been going on? Face of the cooks.
The face of the cooks. Nothing's going on. Just continue.
I am continuing. So what's going on in your life?
Nothing.
F you, Jezzer. LOL. They're already starting in the channel. Here.
Wait, who?
Blackwing.
What? Hey, Blackwing. Look, blocked. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so
Blackwing.
we're gonna talk about Power Ranger news. We're also gonna talk about Angel Grove Prom, Power Morphicon guest 2018, and some Power Morphicon controversy. But yeah, what was that face for? I hope somebody pauses. Somebody please pause.
There is a person. Toku goes through all our videos and finds little things.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about all that, but before we get into that, we have the Super Chat feature. What that does, that helps support the show. Hit that magical S button that kind of symbolizes a $, but on this channel, it means hope. So hit that button, and you can help donate to the show. Don't say donate. It helps support the show.
No.
That is a shirt. It's going to get me bleeped out.
Yeah, right.
After an episode.
That stands for hope. Don't say donate.
So you can help support you can help to support the show. There. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
About yourself?
So weird.
I'm done.
So that'll keep your comments up longer. Also, are you ready for comments?
Yeah. Where's my freaking iPad?
Oh wait, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
All right. So that's that.
That's that, my friends.
The next thing I do want to talk about is
T-shirts and clothes.
no, we're not. We're doing that later.
Oh, okay.
T-shirt.
Changing things up.
Changing it up.
Shaking, rattling.
Yeah. He's like, oh, let's throw Daniel and Jezzer off and let's do.
You're on the Marvel show with me, and I changed it. Do you not remember that?
I don't. I'm sorry. All right, continue.
Power Morphicon is less than 2 months away.
Oh man.
Less than 2 months away.
Less than 2 months, people.
Counting down the days, and not only that, as we counting down the days, we're getting additional guests.
Ooh,
With
yes,
those additional guests coming up, who are you? First of all, without the announcement of the new guests, who are you most excited to see this time around at Power Morphicon 2018?
Well, dude, I mean, come on, Tommy.
Tommy, okay.
I am, because I just
Jason David.
Now with the whole Lord Draken thing and everything, it's a given. I need to see him.
Okay. What about you, Jezzer?
Boom.
Oh, the actor playing Boom at Boom
yeah.
Studios.
The actor playing Boom, or he's playing why do I always forget his name on Ninja Steel? Mick. Yeah.
Well, Mick's a highlight of one of the talking points later on today.
Yeah.
We already got our first super chat. Jezzer, you make it easy to burn you and
they'll
past streams.
They'll see something that Toku made today. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Actually, it was hilarious.
Is it the Jedi
smart.
thing?
Not the Jedi thing. No.
What? No. What?
No,
No. There's
no,
no.
we're- I don't want
I'm looking for it.
No.
There's no
What?
Jedi thing.
What?
All right, so
No.
you're
America.
excited to meet the actor that
Boom,
portrayed
Mick.
Boom,
Yeah.
Mick.
Because he's been on the show for like since the Disney era.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a ranger, buddy.
He has been on the show for a very long time.
Very.
Kelson Henderson has. I'm excited he's coming out here, especially from New Zealand, because I have a feeling that like you're not going to get that again, at least for a very, very long
And
time.
remember, that was one of the things when we first knew that, okay, well, hey, Morphicon's happening, they were releasing guests. Remember, if you guys watch, we said it a long time ago, we would love to see him. And then now when they were like, oh, he's here.
You know,
I
it's
lost
because
my shit.
they watch the show. And like,
think so.
all right, Daniel wants to see him. Let's get that shit done.
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, our show.
Yes.
Yeah.
They watch our show. You know, it's interesting because when we were talking, I don't remember who we were talking to. It might have been one of the Ninja Steel cast members, but we were asking about Kelson coming out. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys were there, but they said that Saban actually didn't want to pay to bring back the New Zealand guys. And then he wanted to come out. So I'm
I
guessing
remember
that
who said that.
I remember that Power Morphicon must be just like
They didn't
putting
say
it
it on
out
there,
there.
though, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they said it on there, but I know who
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
So maybe that's a big thing. I'm agree with you. I'd love to see Kelson. He has a long lineage, a long history with Power Rangers, so it's gonna be finally good to see him. Now, as we were just talking about Rangers that we're excited to see, let's talk about Rangers that just got recently announced.
Whoa! Yeah.
Jezzer, take it away.
Denny Logan. I don't know who she is. I guess she was a monster. She was
Elgar.
Elgar.
Maybe she was in the monster suits. I
Huh?
Probably.
Not Paul. Jason Narvi. Skull.
I thought you were going to say
But
Pauly
yeah,
Shore. I was like,
Polly is coming. Jason Narvi. Got Sasha Craig from Lightspeed.
How do you say that again?
Sasha Craig.
There you go.
Okay, you said salsa.
Did I say salsa?
You said
I'm hungry. I want some salsa.
He went like this. Shasha.
Sasha.
Cha-cha.
Shinji Nishikawa. I guess he was a
Yeah.
Nishikawa.
Bless you.
Claire Blackwelder from Dino Charge. Eddie, who's that character?
Eddie Vedder?
That's from Time Force, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy from Time Force. And Iris Hampton, who she is the casting director for Power Rangers.
Yep.
So she is, and coming all the way down from San Diego. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Gonna be a big thing.
Christina
You're
Masterson,
going
your
through this
girl.
point of fact. We can't even comment. You're going so
Oh,
fast.
go ahead. Go ahead. Comment. Go ahead. I don't
These
know.
are auto playing. Are these auto playing?
Yeah,
Is
these
that-
are auto
Oh, that's
playing.
why
Yeah.
you're going so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What
Okay,
was that?
so we totally missed a couple of these.
No, it's at the it's but pretty much all the Super Mega Force and
Christina
Mega Force
Masterson's
team is
coming,
there.
Ron Roget.
All of the Lightspeed rescue team is there.
I love the fact that what's his name?
Do you think Iris Hampton's gonna get bombarded with a lot of people that just want to?
Yes, all the people that audition, they're like, hey, why didn't I get an audition? How come I shot a 3-minute video and you didn't put me through? So that she's gonna have to hide a little bit. She's probably not even gonna be on the floor. She'll probably only come out for the announcement.
Well, I
You think
mean,
vengeful people are
we
gonna show
for
up?
sure 100% are going to be getting the cast announcement for Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
Saturday.
So yeah, Saturday. I do
Saturday.
believe that's going to be happening.
Yes.
I'm excited to see that myself personally. Iris will be there. That's cool. Sean C.W. Johnson, Andrew Gray, good buddy of ours.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
There's a lot. There's
Neo Edmund.
David Fielding, that was the original Zordon. Or was he the original Zordon? Or was
He was
not?
okay. He shot a few scenes moving his mouth, and then he was done. The voice was somebody else. Yeah.
Interesting.
Very. Keith and Rhett Fisher.
Yeah, from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
Yeah.
I love Rhett. Rhett's a really good guy. Keith we've talked to once. He was a good guy.
How is John Mark?
John Mark. Hey, I got a fun story about John Mark. So
John Mark.
last year, 2 years ago, when we did our first party was definitely a little bit more under the radar. We promoted it only the day of the party.
You know, I went and then I left
Why'd you
because
leave?
it was so crowded.
It was crowded.
It was
so
so
we didn't
crowded.
expect the turnout we had because we actually didn't have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't like Angel Grove Prom. This was like, hey, if you came to our booth, we had flyers circulating around, but we weren't actively like telling everybody, oh, hey, come to our booth. But if you saw us, we knew you say, hey, we're throwing this event. So I told a lot of the Rangers to come and some of the fans that I knew, and we were just saying, hey, let's see how many people show up. We get down there. There wasn't very, very many people, but it was starting to go off. But John Mark was one of the first guys that showed up, and there was a lot of fans there already. And mind you, a lot of these fans had never drank before, so he bought them their first drinks.
Oh man.
And
Boy, oh boy.
and then like everybody started coming in, and then like me and Cameron Jibo got into no, we got into that's another story. We got into a foosball tournament.
Okay.
And then we were playing against fans. So like, and then Ciara showed up, Christina Masterson, Karen Ashley, a bunch of different Rangers, a ton of different Rangers just showed up. And then Michael Tabor had it. So he sang "I Want It That Way" for karaoke, right?
Because that's the only song that we know. We only know one
Michael
song.
Tabor
Karaoke.
recorded it on his
Instagram?
phone, and then the next day we were both hungover, and he comes up to me and says, "Hey, I got something to show you." And I saw it, and I was like, "Bro, this is crazy." But on stage, it wasn't just us. It was almost like everybody in the bar, like on the stage together. It was insane.
Is that why Barney's always likes having us over there?
Yeah, because we packed the house.
Yeah,
there.
that's cool. That's cool.
But that was so much fun, and honestly, Pasadena has a special place in my heart, mainly
It is
for
nice.
Morphicon. So now it's going to be a little bit of a change up here in Anaheim. However, anybody not familiar with the Anaheim Convention Center,
It's
you
huge.
are going to be surrounded by things to do. But most importantly, you're going to be surrounded by things to do with other Ranger fans, which is going to be the best part. Now, if you're a part of my Illuminati, then you're going to have...
I just sat there and I looked.
You're
I
gonna
was like,
have
there it is.
things
I
to
knew
do.
you
I thought
did
you're gonna do it too, Daniel.
Yep.
You're going to have
Hey,
things to
it's
do.
his damn thing.
Yeah, how come you're gonna steal my shit? He can't. It's not original. He couldn't even come up with his own T-shirts. McDahlia came up with your name for you.
Oh, but no.
No,
but
I
because
didn't.
after she did the name, he made the shirt.
You didn't do
Hey,
anything.
I ate the cookie.
Yes, he made the legend.
I ate the cookie.
There you go. See, no.
Don't try to defend him. He didn't do
The
anything.
legend. No, the
Hey,
legend
wait,
was there.
time out. No, that's not
They
what had
say- they
happened.
say
That's
print
what
the
happened.
That's
legend.
not what had
They said
happened.
print the
That's what
legend.
happened.
That's what he did.
Whatever.
Print
That's
the
what
legend.
happened. So anybody that's gonna be there, you can hang out with us. Daniel wants to hang out all night long.
Daniel has an extra space on his king size bed that
That's
he
what
will
did
share
say.
with
He did
one
say-
of you.
And if
You
you're in
did say
THS
that.
hashtaggers
That's right.
and you hit that
That's right.
super chat feature, you can be entered into a contest to spend the night in the room
With Daniel
Daniel.
Jerome?
And then the sexual harassment
No,
lawsuits
no,
will start.
Daniel will sleep on a couch. You can have the whole bed.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a punishment. That's definitely a punishment.
That's an audio like
Anybody?
harassment.
Oh my gosh! I really
can't
did
put
think.
it-
All right, so there's a prank.
There will
I don't
be
know,
no
can I tell
sleeping
this
if you were
prank?
JD.
Can I tell the prank that you wanted to pull
Yes,
on
okay,
JD?
all right, yeah.
All right,
But
so-
if we put it out in the air and he watches it, then he's gonna know.
He's not gonna watch.
He's gonna.
I know. That's like
No,
one
let's
of
just
the-
do it, because there's no. Realistically, we're not gonna be able to pull
I
it off.
want to
So
do this.
say
I
it,
do
say
want to
it.
do
All
this.
right.
Go tell him.
All right. So JD, if you guys don't know JD
First
is.
of all, if you don't know, we pull pranks on each other a lot.
Yeah.
So
Dang, we wish we should have had a picture of him. We could put
Yes. So JD is a sleeper. He sleeps all the time. Maybe like
Snorlax.
14 hours out of the day, he is asleep.
Snorlax.
That's why he's a
he does look like a Snorlax.
He is a
will.
Snorlax. So what I wanted to do is find like some random couple or something and have them fall asleep in the room, and
Hold
then
on, time out. I gotta address this comment from Blackwing. Me and Daniel will have a grand time, bro to bro. What does that mean?
What?
That's what it says.
Well, because we're bros.
Yeah?
I don't,
Is that more of like a
I don't-
centipede type of
I
thing?
don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I just,
Okay.
we're bros. We hang out as.
Go ahead.
okay.
God, no.
So when JD falls asleep, we're gonna take all of our stuff out of the room and put a bunch of people, like take a random couple and put
Put them inside the
room,
genius.
and then have them come out of the shower and like start screaming like, "Why are you in my room? Why are you in my room?" And then JD will wake up and be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
We should do it. We should. Yes.
He probably
yes,
won't wake
well,
up.
Well, they'll shake him. You know, whatever. That was
Yes,
genius.
yeah.
We should do it.
oh, it's out in the air now, so he's gonna be
He
ready
still
for
won't
it.
know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's JD.
Let's be
yeah.
honest.
Blackwing
No,
will tell because
Blackwing will
Blackwing
not.
tells everything.
Blackwing won't,
Are you saying
because we're
Blackwing's a
bros.
rat?
No, we're
So
bros.
should it
He
be
won't.
Ratwing?
Ratwing.
Is Ratwing a new Finster creation?
Oh, my Empress, I have a new monster for you. It's Ratwing.
She's like, you just sewed on. Yeah, that's a bitch. You idiot. You sewed on bat wings to a rat.
Make my Ratwing growl.
I think we got a new T-shirt.
Oh my
Ratwing.
god.
Ratwing.
That should be in the thing.
Yeah.
Rat wing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good.
That's
point.
the main guest list that was announced.
That is the main guest list that's announced, and we glazed over a lot of the people that were there.
But I mean, a lot of these Rangers have been there before, so I mean, it's only natural that they'd want to come back, especially since a lot of them are LA natives. That it's only an hour drive that they'd want to make out. But
who's gonna make out?
Make it out there. Make it out there. Pterodactyl. You know, you gotta make it out. But there are two guests that they went ahead and announced themselves on their social media. One of them was Adelaide Kane. Adelaide Kane, yeah. She was from Reigns.
I have a fun story about her.
Oh, really? Go ahead.
You already know it, right?
I don't know that. It has something to do with bathrooms.
Yeah. So I went to her movie. Went to her movie premiere with. This was a long time ago.
Which movie was it?
4 years ago. It was called Blood Punch.
Blood Punch.
With some other Rangers.
Yeah. So it was it was the RPM guys. Ari Boylan, Mike Jin.
Okay.
Dan Ewing.
Yeah.
And Adelaide Kane. And like I was with JD and we were hanging out. We were like outside. Or not outside, but like outside of the theater, but like kind of near the bathroom. And she had walked up, and I was like, "Oh wow!" And I was like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?"
Right outside of the bathroom?
No, it was like right in the lobby. And she goes, "Let me take a piss first." And she's like so like blunt. And I was like, "Okay," but she's from New Zealand, and I guess that's just the way that she kind of is. And then she's like, "I'll come back and I'll, after I take a piss first, and then we'll do it." And I was like, "Okay." And she came back, took a picture. She was nice, but it was weird.
It's just really awkward.
It's just awkward. Oh,
I've got to take a piece.
So
yeah,
that was fun.
So you're gonna bring it up when you talk to her?
No,
Never.
Who's to say I'm even gonna talk to her?
Who knows?
Be busy.
Lights.
Okay, so
Lights.
out of that new list, who are you excited to see? You want to get back on track here?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
New Zealand accent.
Adelaide Kane. I've never met her before.
No, I haven't.
No.
So you're excited to see Adelaide
Yeah.
Kane?
And Jason David Frank, of course.
Out of this, he's not on the new list. Then,
Oh yeah. Okay. Who else out of that list? The other guy from Overdrive, because he made his way down. From
Dwayne Cook.
Dwayne Johnson, yes. No, he made his way to New Zealand. So I mean that's a pretty long flight. So I mean.
How about you?
It definitely is Mick.
Mick? Yeah.
Out of the new list?
New list.
He's not on the new list?
He's not on the new list.
Look at this guy. He got food he didn't even ask.
Let's keep up.
I don't know who it is. Oh!
Eileen King? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Eileen King. I was like, wait, oh!
Yeah,
trying to stay
yeah,
focused.
stay
You need to
focused,
stay focused for a little bit more of the show.
Some people I don't know my name. I know by the character they played.
We were literally
That's why I looked at
talking
that
about
picture.
her for the
For
last
like
I don't
5
have a
minutes.
screen in front of me, guys, to see what is being on. I only hear a name, and that's all I hear here. So I'm like, and that's how I get to see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
That's cool. How about you?
I would say I always love seeing Christina Masterson.
Yeah?
So I think Christina Masterson, I love Christina. I think she's great. She's a really nice person. I like talking to her as a person.
Really?
Because she's so like
She's a hippie.
yeah, she's like a hippie.
Down to earth?
So I like that, and I just love talking to her. She's
Like
so
hippies.
sweet. So Christina Masterson would be my choice.
That's
of that.
awesome.
So Power Morphicon 2018, again, come and join us, and we know that that you're going to have a good time. I'm curious in the chat, just to let you guys in on something. How many of you guys have actually been to Power Morphicon, and how many of you guys are going to be going for the very first time? Leave a message right here in
Is it
the
your
chat.
first time?
My first time, baby.
This is going to be
Oh,
fun
first
for
time.
a lot of people. So I'm really curious to know who are veterans and who are rookies at Power Morphicon, but it's going to be a great show no matter what.
Definitely.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Do you want to do? Are we gonna talk about We'll talk about the controversy a little bit.
Yeah.
Later.
Well, can we get into some news?
Oh, yes.
No? Yeah? Joe runs the show, so I have to
go
run
ahead.
it by him. So there wasn't a lot of merchandise news, but they are releasing a Steelbook DVD for the first season of Ninja Steel. Comes out, you can pre-order it now on Amazon. It comes out on the 14th, which is perfect. So you guys can order it on Amazon, get it, and bring it to Power Morphicon and get the Ninja Steel cast to sign it. Even Mick, since Mick's going to be there. So that'd be pretty cool.
That's a golden opportunity. To
Very
get
golden opportunity.
7 Rangers to sign
Seven
your
Rangers.
Steelbook. By the way, can we talk about that for a second? Because if I'm not mistaken, this is the first season after it's come out to be released on a Steelbook. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. I mean,
There's one thing. Why are we still releasing stuff on DVD though?
You know, some people still buy DVD. I feel like some people still like physical
I do.
copies.
Blu-ray,
too.
man.
There's no,
My eyes can't take Blu-ray.
Your
Well,
eyes
no,
can't take
sometimes,
Blu-ray?
no, like, for example, Criterion collections, you can only get DVD right now. They're not doing
Is that
Blu-ray.
right?
I think that's the
They're
hertz. You're
not
talking about
doing Blu-ray.
120
Remember, they
hertz.
stopped doing Criterion
That's
because
interesting.
of Blu-ray content.
So do you guys? Here's another question. Why
Yeah.
do you think? Right now we're at the end of the Saban era.
Yes.
Why do you think? Do you think they're just pushing out? All right, this is what we have left. Let's
think-
just get it out.
I think this is what they're doing. So they have like a whole inventory of random stuff that they're just pushing out everything. Look at, they are actually restocking a bunch of the old legacy lines, and they're just pushing it, like restocking the stores. So I think what it is they're holding back so much and trying to build some demand for it. And then once they moved over to Hasbro, they're like, oh man, we gotta get rid of this stuff. We gotta get rid of this
So back to this releasing things on Blu-ray or DVD. Do you think Blackwing's a rat?
Now, that's a good question. And I see your relation and connection to that. That's a good question. I don't know.
Vinster, we need
We're
Ratwing.
gonna have to let the room decide. I mean, I think the chat room should decide right there. It's like bigger rat.
He wants to move to Cali now, so he can say it to our face.
Ratwing. I like the name Ratwing. I'm not gonna lie.
I do.
Just change
Can
it.
someone make a design or like a?
Could someone
make a design and
wink,
put its face on it?
Someone wink.
Wink.
Make a design.
Wink.
All right, let's move on to the next. First of all, you're a big Power Ranger collector. Are you gonna get the Steelbook?
The DVD?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I kind of stopped buying movies on like physical form, like maybe a few years ago.
So you're doing digital?
I bought Thor.
Digital,
I bought
yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
I bought those.
Yeah. 'Cause, especially with the Marvel movies, every time I buy it on Blu-ray, it's immediately like a week after it's on Netflix. It's like motherfuckers.
Yep.
Fuck you guys, man.
Yep.
I hate that
Black
shit.
Panther was taking this sweet time.
Yeah.
Thor's out, but
Well, I think that's because it had such a large theatrical
Yeah,
run.
yeah.
I mean,
they're
it
like,
was
we're gonna make our money off our DVD.
No, like I did buy Thor Ragnarok, and then a week after it got on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like you
Same
guys
thing.
Yeah,
suck.
I did the same thing.
You guys
I got
suck
pissed.
so
But
much.
they did that intentionally. You know why?
Why?
For everybody that wanted to catch up right before Infinity War came out.
Yeah.
And then like
No,
at the
it
end,
was
realized
it was after. Thor Ragnarok came up on Netflix after.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
that's why they made you buy it before if you wanted to catch up on everything.
Target had a deal. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy it.
I did it too. It's hard.
Yeah,
So
Target
all
had a
right,
deal.
so let's move on to our next bit of story. Our next bit of news.
Okay.
This concerns Lord Draken. Is that right?
Yes. So if you're
Draken?
going to Power Morphicon, then you have the opportunity to actually buy the last Bandai legacy figure, which is of course Lord Draken. Draken, I like Draken. And thanks to Neo Saban Power Rangers YouTube, we have a actual like close up to see what it actually looks like. It's pretty cool. The box is really nice. I really like the new style that.
Not the best glowing response when you say the box is really
The
nice.
box is really nice. The box is because the gold on it looks kind of like mustard. It doesn't
So
look
you're
like
saying,
gold.
are you saying that this? Because you were very critical in THS Hashtaggers about the look of this figure.
Yeah.
Now that you're seeing it, I don't want to say
I like the
firsthand,
box.
but you're seeing the figure in its glory. What is your analysis now of Lord Draken, not Draken?
Huh?
Let's not step on each other, guys.
I'm sorry.
Let's stay focused and try
Stay
to
focused.
do a goddamn show. Do you think? All right, so. Do you think?
No one was stepping on each other. You were talking, and we were quiet and listening.
Well, you could play back. He was still talking. Now that you saw it, what do you feel?
I like the box. That's
But
all I'm
not
gonna
the
say.
figure.
Not so much the figure, but I'm sure there's a few people that like the figure. And once I get my hand on that figure, check out my eBay page.
So Jezzer's a flipper.
I'm a flipper. No, I'm a flipper. So what? Big deal. But what do you like it? Do you like the figure? I don't know.
Do I like the figure?
I'm a bigger fan of the SH figure arts.
Yeah, the SH figure arts are way better.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
And they look exactly like the show.
I think, and this was one of my big critiques about this figure when I saw it originally.
Hold on, something happened.
Was definitely
something happened.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble.
Better. Yeah, we're frozen. We're down. We're done.
We're done. It's over.
I like the box. We get it, man.
I think once I said box, it cut out. Hold
Yeah,
on.
because I thought you were talking about adult content. You kept saying box.
They're like, okay, they're talking about a box.
Yeah, we get what you're saying.
Dude, we've lost so many viewers.
I think we're live again. We're live again. We're live again. We are live again.
Are we?
Yeah, so I guess if you talk about a box, you can't talk about a box.
Yeah.
So whatever. I'll stop talking
back.
about it. Yeah, I'll
Oh,
stop.
they caught like 90% of all that.
Figure. And once I get what?
Nothing.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Are we back?
I think so.
I think the figure looks cool. You're displeased with the color yellow?
No, so I was gonna say my complaint with this thing wasn't necessarily. Hold on, let me see.
I think we're live again. Yeah.
My complaint with this wasn't necessarily the
Why are you
figure
laughing?
itself. It was the color scheme because I felt like when Bandai kind of put their effort into things, they didn't really put their effort into things. I just hate when like companies like this take advantage of its fan base because they know that it's going to be a hot seller. And they're not the only company that does this, by the way. There's Mattel and Hasbro. They do the same thing. They like these Comic-Con exclusives kind of annoy me a little bit because I mean I know, and you must understand it to an extent because you try to get them to flip them, right?
Okay, can I ask? Is that wrong?
No. I don't think it's wrong. But what I'm saying, what the companies do is they make it like this commodity.
Yeah.
And then it's not shit, but it's a waste of a day. Like
well, not with the new way that they're trying to do it.
Sure.
Yeah, they're trying to do that portal thing.
But now with what Bandai's doing, and I will say this, with Hasbro, which I'm happy Power Rangers is going to now, you don't necessarily get this because their quality's top notch. But Bandai, man, I feel like they put things out and be like, oh, we can make money on this. Let's just we don't need to use gold paint. Let's just use the mustard color. We're not using that.
Put the sprinkles in it. Put it
So
on there.
I gotta ask you, what did you think about the figure, Daniel?
Actually, the yellow or whatever type of fake gold you guys put, I'm not a fan of it. It's very reminiscent of what was it, the dragon? Was it the dragon figure or the dragon staff or what was it? That was like a weird mustard kind of gold. And they were like, yeah, sure, this still looks good. It's the same thing. So it's kind of disappointing. This makes sense why it is the last figure you guys will make for us because it's crap.
Well, I mean, you're just gonna be disappointed with it if it's Bandai. But there's one thing that you probably won't be disappointed about. Can we talk about T-shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great segue.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed with your shirts. Especially, we're going into con season. We're gonna need shirts.
Yes.
Joe said that you actually sold some Battlestar.
He didn't
Black.
know that.
I'm shocked and amazed.
So you're gonna. Was it you? Was it you?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't you this
people,
time.
People when they purchase it, they tell me on Instagram. They say, "Hey, I bought one of your shirts." I'm like, "Oh, good." Like
Good.
I say to myself, "Gunther." That's what I call myself when I want to feel important. I say, "Gunther."
Good.
This is good.
Yeah.
So no, they tell me.
So we're gonna see some people. We're gonna see some people at this con season with your shirt on.
With my shirts.
So if you guys, is someone in the chat? Did you guys buy them? Who bought it?
I know who they are.
You do?
Yeah, I know who the two people.
Is it Toku?
Well, they weren't both your shirts that sold, by the way.
It wasn't.
No.
Oh.
Oh, well, I know someone. Well, but I know, I know two people that.
One was the regular hashtag show shirt.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I'm pulling up the report now.
He's pulling the report out. But yeah, if you guys want like geek gear, you guys should check out TeePublic because you can get shirts.
The hashtag shirt we have. Let's see. The hashtag shirt. Well, all of them sold only one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
we have the phone case.
Okay.
We have Daniel did sell 2 shirts. The Deadpool selfie shirt also sold 2, and the regular hashtag show shirt sold 1.
That's cool.
So there you go.
So yeah, you guys should check out TeePublic because they have sales all the time, and you can get all these cool designs that are made by independent artists put on shirts, tank tops, phone cases.
Wait, is the cookie face shirt in there yet?
No, it's working on it.
Come on, man. Yes, it will.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
You guys should make a gentleman's bet. Who can sell more shirts? I feel like.
So Cookie Face will kill.
Are you conceding the battle right now?
I'm not even jumping in.
You're really.
Who wouldn't buy a
conceding the
Cookie
battle?
Face army shirt? That shirt is genius. It's kitschy.
So wait.
I like your shirt too.
Oh no, my shirt is dope, but it's
This is the
kitschy,
compliment.
though.
This is the.
Compliment
It's a
battle.
compliment game. Yeah. How about Joe's shirt? Do you like Joe's shirt?
Joe's shirt is so dope that you won't be able to.
Yeah, you
purchase
can't
it.
even get it. You have to earn it. You have to earn the shirt. It's like, yeah.
I did refuse to put my shirt on TeePublic. I actually did.
TeePublic literally wrote us a letter. Can we have your shirt?
Yeah, it's like, hey, we need your shirt. It will like push sales.
Yeah, and Joe was like, "F you in the face."
Yeah, but there are
That's what he said. That's what he said.
there are a lot of cool designs on there though. So if you guys want to check out
Their
TeePublic,
design isn't on there, which I'm actually kind of surprised
Yeah,
about.
why have we
The Legend of Zelda hashtag show.
wait,
shirt?
Josh, isn't that on there?
No, it's not.
This shirt?
Well, 'cause we
So I
have
don't think
the-
this is on there, right?
I don't think we have the PNG. Yeah.
Oh.
Junior might have it,
Yeah,
right?
that's
We
the
should put
problem.
it on there.
No, that's the problem.
Limited
He hasn't.
edition.
He hasn't.
You know, and you guys don't have to steal the shirt off of Daniel's Daniel
off
from
of
wearing.
my
You could
guy,
actually
my
buy
guy.
it at TeePublic. So you guys check
Somebody
that out.
literally did buy a shirt off of
my
like
back.
off of your person.
Were you sweaty?
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
It was.
Come on.
He sweats when he texts me. You makes you
Oh,
think he was
dude.
walking.
All the time.
So
I
I think
Sweating me?
I think that's those are all good shirts to do.
Yes,
So
very good
if you
shirts.
do want one of the shirts, I would say go get it now, mainly because
already now.
con season is coming up,
Yeah.
and show your support for that hashtag show by getting one of our exclusive shirts. Exclusive, when I say exclusive only to tpublic.com
Yes.
and that hashtag show. So I put a link in the chat right now. You can check it out. It is there.
Yes.
It is live. All right, let's get back to some news.
Yeah. That was I think that was all the news. No.
Okay.
Also, if people don't understand, if they haven't done it yet, if you do sign up on TeePublic to their newsletter,
Oh, no, we
you
don't
can
want one.
instantly get 15% off of your first purchase.
Ooh.
So go ahead and do that, guys. There you go. You're
Actually,
welcome.
we got
Get a
one more.
discount.
We do have a bit of one
we
more
have
bit
one
of news,
more.
and this
So-
also pertains to the Power Ranger Legacy figures.
Yes.
Tom
Craven, yeah.
wrote an article for that hashtagshow.com. Jezzer, why don't you take it away?
So they're releasing a legacy Bandai.
Before you continue, I do
Yes.
got to mention this.
What?
A lot of people are saying they want to buy your shirt, one to burn, and the other one was to No, I'm serious.
Wait, who said to burn?
So good.
I would
Oh,
buy a
DDT,
cookie face shirt,
DDT.
DDT
Hey,
to burn.
if you buy it, I have no control what
the
to
other
do
one,
with
Megan
it
Strickland,
after.
I want a cookie shirt and throw darts at it.
Okay, cool. If you buy it, I mean, I can't
selling
control
here,
what you
guys.
do with it.
So
Yeah.
that'll be
Spot
fun.
on.
But I think once you see the design, you're not gonna want to do any of that to it. You're gonna want
Yeah.
to cherish it, probably put in a frame. and
Hey,
then put
Jezzer,
it
I
up.
got a question for you.
Yeah,
how,
what?
How approachable do you think you are at conventions? Like with fans, I would say.
Actually, more approachable than you think than if they were coming to a live stream.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't know what
I
that
feel
means.
like
Well, 'cause
I
you
feel
can't
like
get up
my
during a live
I feel like
stream
my
and talk.
general like when I'm out and about, I'm a very approachable guy.
How much have you had to drink at this point?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing. Honestly, nothing. Daniel.
What's worse? What's worse though?
That's true.
Meeting you completely sober, or meeting what Jezzer likes to call the other guy?
The other guy. It's the other guy. I think.
The other guy's dangerous, by the way.
Date Mike.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Date Mike.
Oh God.
No, who do
no,
you
please.
personally? Who do you guys like more? Do you like me or the other guy?
The other guy's harder to control. That's 100%.
Harder to control, but
Guy is obnoxious.
So
The other guy is hilarious.
I almost got into a fight for you when
Yes.
you were the other guy. We'll talk about that on some other stream. But yeah, that was bad news.
yeah,
But you're. Would you say on a scale of 1 to 10, how approachable are you at a convention?
I'm pretty approachable. What do you guys? Like without joking around, do you think I'm approachable?
Yeah.
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 See, the first time you met, you.
Wait, Joe. Hold on, wait. No, I think you noticed
Question.
it.
But
No,
this
Joe.
might be the most important chat question we've ever
Oh
gotten.
my God! Here we go.
Jezzer, how tall are you? That's a legit question here on the
Five-
How tall are you?
5'3". I am a short motherfucker.
There you go. Short, but like stats.
It's funny because every time people meet me, they're like, "Oh, I thought you were a lot
Yeah.
shorter."
They go-
Every single time.
No. Was it DDT when they saw us at Anime LA? They're like, "Oh, you're taller than I thought," and I legit. I got a little excited.
You thought he was talking to him.
I thought you were talking to me, but you weren't talking to me. You were talking to Joe.
So
It's
Daniel,
fine.
how
All right, cool.
approachable are you?
All right.
Do you think?
I'm completely approachable. People talk to me all the time if they ever
You
wanted
are.
to, but no one ever wants to talk to me. Yeah, pretty much. But no one ever wants to talk to me. So that's yeah.
Well, there was that
completely
one time I think at
approachable. There
AX
was
somebody
one
did
time
want to talk
they
to you.
said, okay, last year at
And
AX,
you-
No timeout.
Joe and
Not me.
it was Jezzer.
It
and
was me.
Josh.
It wasn't me. Wait, was it
Who
me?
It wasn't. I think it was Josh that
just
set it up.
Josh.
I helped
sent-
set it up, but it was pretty
Oh, yeah,
funny.
they sent this dude who's like he's famous for like doing this like selfie thing with like a lot of cosplayers and everything. So they sent him over to me, and he was like, "Wait, are you Daniel Drone? Are you on blah blah?" And I was like, first and foremost,
That was you, huh?
immediately, once he got up to me, I was
That's
like,
him.
like if there was like a TV show and it was my TV show, I look at the camera like. Bullshit. And then I went right over to him like, "Oh, come on. All right, so who sent you out here?" And he's like, "No, really, I'm a fan." I was like, "Don't lie to me. Who sent you out?" And I kept asking. They're like, then they came over, "Dude, why you treating him so mean?" Blah, blah, blah. I hate both of you. It was like, I knew it. No one's
It was
gonna ever
great.
come to me and be
It was
like,
great.
"Are you?"
Actually, that's
Never.
not true. DDT was hoping that Johnny and you were there to sign his. You
Oh
eventually
yeah, I
signed
actually
it.
Yeah.
did.
The
Which is
vest?
so
No.
dope. I got to
I
sign
think a
something.
majority of the time, a lot of people do approach you is because they think that you're Andre.
Yes, that's true. I have been approached so many
That's
times.
actually true.
I am his stunt double. So
Blacker nerd.
Blacker nerd.
Nerd comedy.
Still like black.
So
Pretty like yeah.
So
Well, it's Joe.
let's
Get
continue on with the show instead of listening to the Peanut Gallery.
Okay.
All right, so back to the news.
They're releasing a legacy figure with the Red Ranger, and he has the gold dragon shield.
Yes.
A little too late. I mean, why are you guys just waiting now to
Well,
do
we
this? You
found
know,
out the answer
it's like,
with
yes, you know what we want? We want more MMPR stuff. That's what we want you to keep making. No one asked for that. We have so much of that. We have 25 years of that. You want that?
I
another-
want him with the dragon shield.
Or are you gonna buy it?
No, not really.
All right.
See, there you go.
I want to exist.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you think about them
I
like
think
trying
it's,
to release it?
like,
It's
you're
a
right,
little
man.
too late.
It's a little too late now. Now that everything's gone, I felt like that should have been in your plans a long time ago. And now it just seems like you're pulling out all the stops because you know it's done, and it's like, oh well, remember the good times when I used to do all this for you?
Come on,
It's over.
don't leave. We had some good times.
We had some good
Come
times,
on.
remember? No, I'm happy that it's going somewhere else now.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I love the
Oh,
fact
shit.
that, like, hey, we're gonna announce this figure. We're not gonna show you what it looks like, though.
Yeah,
right.
they didn't. They haven't shown like
You can figure it out
art for
yourself.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the old
whatever.
toys. Take the gold shield off of that. Put it right there, you guys. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
so-
what we're gonna put out again.
So yeah, that's that. I mean, that's probably all the bit of news. Also, the last bit of news, which isn't on your schedule, but it's true. They still want to release. I think it's the pink and yellow Psycho Rangers because
Oh.
they're worried that the contract's going to expire before they get a chance to release those figures to complete the Psycho Ranger collection.
Oh, thank God.
I do hope that they do release them, but it's not.
See that
We just
the Psycho Rangers took way too long
we
to
just
come
talked
out.
about how they're gonna put out the silver one. And
Yeah,
we were
it's
just saying,
exclusive at
yeah,
Comic-Con.
And we were just saying, well, then it's kind of stupid that they're even doing that because they weren't completing it, and now we just hear this.
Yeah.
So apparently they're locked.
See, they should have been focusing on making figures that you don't usually get.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Should have been that the whole time. Like when you guys knew things were running out and your license is probably going to expire, they should have been doing that a long time ago.
yeah. Well, that's Bandai, and that's why you lost the
Yep.
license to
Yep,
it.
because you guys chose to be lazy and not really pay attention when the fans told you what they wanted. If they're the ones buying it, why don't you just fucking listen?
Yeah,
My
you
opinion.
guys should have made it so I can sell it on eBay. God damn it.
Man, I love. When we try to pitch this show to Hasbro, do you think our language still needs to?
Our language will change, but we will also say that we're happy.
So we're definitely not
with the fact
pitching this
that-
episode.
We're not,
is what
not
you're
this
saying.
episode. This
Uh,
episode is not
this
for your
episode,
consideration.
this episode's for fun.
Nope.
This episode's for fun.
Jeez.
But going.
No FY.
So this is the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers. As
Yeah.
we all know, it's been promoted, it's been hyped. Things like this are in the atmosphere, and if you are a Power Ranger comic book fan, this week we didn't get a normal Boom Studios issue. We got the 25th anniversary issue, which I thought was brilliant, by the way.
Yes, it was great.
stars.
We're going to talk about it a little today, but there's also a video we have on their channel that Johnny did where he did a full review of it. But what do you guys think of it?
First of all, let's do it this way.
Yeah,
There were 5 stories.
Yep.
2 were Mighty Morphin.
Yes.
1 was from Power Rangers in Space.
Yes. Or Lost Galaxy.
1 was also from Lost
Wait,
Lost
Mystic
Galaxy
Force.
says
Yeah,
Power
Lost
Ranger in
Galaxy.
Space. 1 was also Mystic Force. And there was also
Ninja Steel.
Ninja Steel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Out of those 5 stories, which one was your favorite?
Lost
Lost.
Galaxy and Mystic Force.
Just one, man.
Okay, Lost Galaxy then.
Yeah, it was Lost Galaxy. Trial of the Trump.
I agree. I think it was
Travis
Lost
The
Galaxy
best
too.
one.
I will say this:
It gave us
the
closure.
Mystic Force one was really good too.
Really good. Because it was a prequel.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is, I had
And-
to read up so much
Yeah.
on it because I didn't watch.
So
Mystic
you didn't
Force.
know that those two people were the same person?
Well, I knew that. Well, what do you mean the two people?
Liam Ball and
Liam Bow?
Liam Bow
well, I
and
had to read, no, I had to read it all.
yeah.
Because I was like, oh, okay. When I saw the Mystic Mother, I was like, oh, okay, this is Mystic Force. I know that much. But I was like, I need to read up on Mystic Force. I had to go Wikipedia and catch up, figure out who was like who they were referring to, like by a picture.
Did we get?
and then go.
Did we get the Mystic Mother in the show?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. You know who that was? Rita.
That's
Yeah.
Rita. That's
Yeah.
OG. That's OG Super
Well,
Sentai Rita.
that's- Yeah, exactly. And what we did for the continuity, or what they did for continuity, was it was Rita after the wave.
Yeah.
Right?
It was
Somehow
Rita
she
after the
was
wave,
able
correct.
to obtain power again, but because now after the wave she's good, she obtained power. So my question still is, where's Zed? Because last time I checked, you guys were still married when he was wearing that sweater, where he turned into a white guy wearing a sweater and looking like he was going to play tennis or something.
Was that Axelrod in the episode?
No, that
it was another guy.
It was just an actor.
So here's the question. All right, let's go bit by bit here. The first story really focused in on the new Rangers post the power transfer. Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, mainly Adam and Aisha. This was the first time.
The first one was the silkworm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
That's right. The silkworm. Sorry. The silkworm was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Scorpiona story. This is an interesting story, but it did also have those Rangers.
Yep.
Tommy was the White Ranger in this. The silkworm. Daniel, chat me up about what you thought about this episode or this mini.
It really felt like a stupid throwaway episode. Only moment that was cool was Tommy getting supercharged with the green flame as well as wearing the white suit at the same time. That was the only thing I was like, oh, okay, that's different.
How about?
I didn't know that was something that would happen. I was worried that it was going to somehow connect to Draken. But it didn't at all. So I was just like, okay, but.
How about the tug of war with the white tiger and the dog?
Jezzer.
I was like the big giant dog. I don't want to watch Incredible Hulk or whatever.
Jezzer, there's a little bit of rumor and innuendo placed in this episode about the old candle, the green candle. Yeah. There's now like a disc that they have.
Is it like the very bottom of the candle?
Bottom of the candle. So, talk to me. Talk to me about this issue in particular. What you thought about it, and was it a good way to kick off this anniversary?
I don't think so. Honestly, that story is probably the one that they could have done without.
Yep.
They could have focused on another season since they already had an MMPR story in here. They could have focused.
By the way, we're gonna get into spoilers if you hadn't already guessed.
Yeah. They could have focused on another show another season since they already did MMPR, which the second MMPR I did enjoy. But yeah, I thought this was a throwaway.
Chat, question to you guys now. Anybody that has read this 25th anniversary, how many power coins are you giving the first storyline? Let me know in the chat.
2.
You're the chat now?
Yeah, I'm the chat.
Shut up.
Give him a moment. He was going to get
So, now with the story that progressed, were you happy or excited at all to see Tommy as the White Ranger? More recently, we've been seeing Draken and the Green Ranger. Were you happy to see the White Ranger?
Yes. That's one thing I was at least excited about. Like I said earlier, seeing the White Ranger come through, seeing him get all supercharged with the power from both the remaining part of the candle as well as the White Ranger power. It was cool. That was the only exciting or interesting part of this story for me. I'm sorry.
Jezzer, how did the dog play for you, and what did you think about Bulk and Skull having their moment kind of in this with that dog?
Felt a little sad that they lost the dog. That's about it.
That's about it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so it's in the chat right now. Blackwing gives it a 2 out of 5. We had Edward, #Edward Sanchez approved, gives it a 3 out of 5. Daniel, what do you give it?
I give it a 2. I'm still asking, what was the point of that story? Why did it need to be told?
Well, that is on par with what DDT Cosplay also gives it a 2. So does Steve Rogers. Jezzer, what do you give it?
2.
2. I also give it a 2. I do think, though, it is a good first thing to start with because it started low, and then every other thing got you even more intrigued for the story. So it's a good starting point. I like to think of it as kind of like a concert, right? You start with the opening act and you kind of lead your way up. This is exactly what that kind of is. Now, I want to talk about the second story in this was another Mighty Morphin Power Ranger story. This one, we got another super chat from Mummin Rider. Is Jezzer spoiling more things now?
No.
Does Daniel have a? It's not Daniel because he's talking to somebody.
It's not. So
someone has taken up the mantle of Moomin Rider.
So let's talk about this. The second issue here, I kind of liked a lot because it focused in on more of the character development of something. Actually, I'll be honest. This little story gave Aisha more personality in the 6 pages that it has than her whole run on the actual show.
Question. In the timeline of Power Rangers, where do you think it took place?
Right in the beginning.
3?
Right after season 2. Right after the Power
Right after right after Trainee left.
Yeah, right after they left.
Okay, all right.
So Jezzer, talk to me about this because this, I think, enhances the power transfer and gives more character depth to Aisha. Now I know Aisha's not one of your favorite characters, but after reading this, what did you feel about the character?
It gave her a lot of depth, and I felt like maybe all 3 of those Rangers should have been feeling the same thing, like a little displaced, or they had to live up. They had to live up to the spot that these other 3 Rangers left as they left. So I think that what Aisha was feeling was legit, and because Trini was a leader during her time with the Power Rangers, and Trini just wasn't finding her place, and she was having that. They're having conversations, and she just felt a little left out.
Trini or Aisha?
No, Aisha was feeling left out, and I think this was actually a really good story. This probably should have been the first one.
Daniel, what do you think?
Well, we're re-watching Power Rangers on Retro Ranger Wrap Up,
Which is tomorrow live at
The Comic Bug
at
6 o'clock.
And see, the thing is, like, with that, we just had an Aisha-centric episode, and now reading this also, it's just a lot of insight I'm getting now on Aisha that I wish they were able to translate onto the show when the show was happening, because this made me care about her, where on the show, I still don't. Being honest, I don't.
Yeah.
The only problem I had with this part of the 25th anniversary issue is I personally think it should have been Aisha and Rocky instead of Aisha and Adam, because they make a reference in there that like, oh well, Billy and Kimberly are tight and or like they're paired off, and Rocky and Tommy. Whereas actually in the show, Rocky and Tommy don't really seem as connected as Tommy and Adam.
Yeah.
Like Tommy and Adam seem like they're closer friends than Rocky.
They
and Tommy.
train together.
Right, they train together. They're always sparring together. So
Well,
I
Rocky
think,
and Tommy,
and
I'm
even
like,
with Rocky, he didn't really get his character development until like Power Rangers Zeo. And I think that this would have given that character a little bit more to chew on in terms of
especially you know that Tommy and Adam were closer because going into Zeo, Adam became second in command.
That's right.
Adam became second in command, not Rocky. I felt like I don't know, this but I still liked it. I still liked that they had little they showed that car that Billy made again.
Oh, the flying car.
the rad bug, yes.
Yeah.
Another part that kind of felt kind of a dangling plot thread is that so they do this, but there's no real ramification of like letting Aisha know like, hey, you don't have to do this. But it's like never really addressed. You know what I mean? So that I kind of
like
didn't
an
get.
episode, though.
It is, but then it's almost because they're all watching the viewing globe and they're like, yeah, they had to prove, like they did prove it to us, right?
So at no point in time did they was like, oh, let's go help them out.
Right.
Yeah,
They're just watching.
exactly.
And then Rocky's just kind of like, wow, you're just staring at it in like amazement. But like that part of it didn't quite make sense to me because it wasn't kind of like where Billy or Kimberly or Tommy's like, hey, you don't have to prove anything to us. Like we're all on this together. You don't get that.
No.
So, were there any glaring problems that you kind of saw, Daniel?
Well, that was it. That was really like, shouldn't you guys work as a team since you are a team instead of just watching and letting a half of the team deal with something that you're not there for? I mean,
So they
hey,
just like drank something that grew. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's weird. It was hard to tell what was actually going on because Goldar was already big.
Yeah, right. He was on the car.
You know what Johnny said, since he's a comic creator, if you can't tell what the story is without like, because I guess Johnny, if without reading the words, then it's not necessarily a great story.
Yeah.
So and I think that that's something you're kind of experiencing. Had the words not been there, would it have been as easy to follow?
Yeah. Especially like it kind of just looks like it's zoomed in. You know, it doesn't. Yeah.
Guys in the chat, I want to know what you think. How many power coins you giving this one? Jezzer, we'll start with you this time.
I'll give it a 4. I didn't like the Goldar part. I thought that was kind of weird. But just the conversations and the things that Aisha was experiencing, I like that.
So you're docking it a point because you don't really care about the Goldar stuff.
Yeah, it didn't.
But it's
really
the
make
character
sense.
stuff that you
the
care
character
about.
development with these two characters.
Daniel?
I agree as far as that, but I'm not giving it a 4. I'm giving it a 3. I really wanted to give it a 1, but Aisha's portion actually, when you rethink about it, it built a lot for that character, and now I understand why they chose Adam instead of Rocky. If they chose Rocky, Rocky would be more of a character where he would stand out more. Adam is a background character in a way where he's like, I'm kind of shy. I'm not recluse, but he's more inward.
Yeah.
He's not outward. He's not an extrovert, he's an introvert.
Yeah.
So it was great because that means we're
Telephone.
able to focus on Aisha.
Daniel, take your pills!
Oh my God, is it time? Oh shoot, I'll be back, guys.
Telephone.
No, but that whole thing where it was like, now it kind of made sense why they did it. Because Aisha is also a character that's kind of like, I'm in the background. I don't really do much. So how are you going to put a background character with someone who stands in the front? Put two background characters together and make one become the bigger character for it, the standout. So give it a 3.
Give it a 3,
right,
but
cool.
you were going to give it a 1.
I was. But when I figured that part out too, I was like, oh, give it a 3.
I'm also going to give it a 3 because I agree with most of that. Like I said, I personally think Rocky would have been better served in this role. I also think that there's no real resolution to the plot here.
Nope.
but it is a nice character story, and I think it did more for Aisha in this issue than really serviced throughout her character as the whole time as Power Ranger. Now, DDT Cosplay says, I liked it. Adam was in it. They grew supersized to fight Goldar. 4 out of 5. David Dent, David, whatever. DDT gives it a 5. Edward Sanchez gives it a 4. Yeah, so that's that. So it looks like there's anywhere between 4 and 4 and 5. All right, let's go to our third story.
Third one was.
That's right.
Mystic Force.
Mystic Force.
Yeah,
Now,
Mystic Force.
this story I thought had a really good story in it.
Yeah.
And I'm actually happy that they stepped out of the Mighty Morphin era. And I think that was much needed. And they didn't really go back to the Mighty... Well, they didn't really have to be a Mighty Morphin era type of thing.
Yeah.
Now, Daniel, how much do you know about Mystic Force? And how, after reading this, did it get you more intrigued to watch Mystic Force?
Yes. Mystic Force is something that...
Too bad when you watch the series, it's going to let you down.
See, that's
However...
See, that's the thing. Mystic Force is a phrase that's thrown around so easily in the Power Ranger community.
As
where
a bad
fans
season.
are always as a bad season. And there are...
Not if you ask
particular
Peter
people-
Sidarso.
There you go. There are people that I really appreciate their outlook on a lot of things. For example, Peter. And Peter was like, actually, it's one of my favorite. And I was like, whoa, why is that? And then I started to hear other people that say it's their favorite. And I'm like, there are a lot of some creatives and other people that are like, yeah, I hated it until I actually watched it. And that's where it makes me stop. And I'm like, how many people actually watched it and still hate it versus some people that were like, I saw some of it and I just didn't like it. Like, I want to know that, so I want to know more. And this story, if this is the origin story, it was great.
I think with Mystic Force, it might take a lot of I mean, it's a little fair to judge it the way I did originally, mainly because it's right after SPD, and SPD is one of the best seasons there is. So even though I might think of Mystic Force as a standalone season, obviously it's a standalone season, but on its own merit, it's so different that maybe it is good, but it's not as good as SPD, and that's what brought it down for me.
It's the case, isn't it?
It's the story. I mean, the story. Jezzer, I got to ask you, how much did you like Mystic Force when the season was airing?
I gave it a chance. It wasn't until like the whole backstory behind what's his name, Korag, and
Liambo and
the
Udana.
mom. Yeah, it wasn't until then that I
agree.
thought it was interesting. I mean,
Xander's a great character.
Yeah, leading up to it, I mean, there's a lot of throwaway episodes, but I don't think it deserves the hate that it gets. Mainly, I think a lot of people just don't like the aesthetics of it. They don't like the whole cape and the magical wands and stuff. But
it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. It definitely could be worse. It could be Overdrive.
I mean, you know, it's funny that you say that because me personally, I know Overdrive is arguably one of the worst seasons. For me, it's Jungle Fury.
Jungle Fury.
I could not
I know
get
a
into
lot of
Jungle
people
Fury.
that like Jungle Fury.
I know, so do I, and I just couldn't get into it. But Mystic Force. Now, did the story here intrigue you enough to be like, man, I wanted to explore more of this in Mystic Force?
I mean, a little bit, but honestly, it was a good story. It was definitely a good story showing the Mystic Mother and Udana, but I don't know. I'm just not really into like magic and all that stuff. You know, Lord of the Rings and all that. It's just not my thing.
Fantasy's not your thing, then.
No, not really.
So, Daniel, when you read this story, give me some of your reactions. What'd you like? What didn't you like?
I love seeing the Mystic Mother. I love getting more insight on the princess, the origin. She's the one that brought it all together, and because of the experience she had, she essentially creates the Mystic Force. What's the story with the suit that she put on? Where she
That's
wore,
her. She's the
right.
white. She's the White Ranger.
That's her. Oh, okay, yeah.
She's the White Mystic Force Ranger.
She suits
her
up every once in a
battleizer
while.
suit. Yeah, her battleizer.
It's not a bad. That's just her suit.
just her suit. Damn, it was dope.
Yeah.
It was like armor. You know, it was dope.
I did like that one scene between them though, where he's like, "I respect you."
Yeah.
So many people are saying Jungle Fury is underrated. I disagree. I think Jungle Fury is overrated. I'm just gonna say, I mean, Jungle Fury is not a season that I found great. I think there's a lot of missed opportunity in that season. And I don't like the fact that Casey becomes the leader. It should have been RJ the whole time.
RJ.
And also, they bring in these 3 Spirit Rangers that are kind of throwaway characters to me. And I think that they made those characters literally just sell toys. But then again, it's Power Rangers, so of course they did.
Of course they did.
Back to this, did Did you like the story, even though you might not like the season?
Yeah, I like the story as a standalone, but I don't think it makes it that I want to go rewatch the season.
Oh, but I am so excited to see what they're going to do with the comic, and if they choose to do it and tell a story.
I don't think they are.
It's gonna
I'm currently writing an article, 13 Boom Studios spin-offs we want. Realistically, I'd rather see IDW spin-offs, but hey, that's me.
Yeah.
But, so that's it. In the chat, what do you rank the third story in this? Daniel, what do you give it?
This one, sorry, it wasn't great, but I didn't think it was poop, so I'm giving it a 3.
Three is reasonable.
I'm gonna give it a solid 4, mainly because the backstory I thought was pretty deep, character development was great, and I thought it made Udana a better character from this story from when you watch the show. Now,
I think that's what I need, that appreciation.
I got a question for all of you guys, because it seems that people have this issue where they're like, oh well, so and so's a mentor, not a leader, and I personally think that isn't necessarily a proper argument, because isn't essentially a mentor like a leader, like especially on the field? Because if anybody's gonna say, oh well, JDF or Tommy's character in Dino Thunder, he was a mentor, not the leader.
Did he go on the field?
He was the leader of the team.
Did he go on the field?
Who was the one that called the shots? It was Tommy. I mean,
who's the leader? Splinter or Leonardo?
Splinter.
Splinter, the leader of the team.
Who's the leader of the X-Men?
No, actually,
Xavier.
I get what you're saying. Splinter would be the mentor, and Leo was the leader.
Who told him where to go and what to do?
Leo is he's the one that he follows what the mentor is doing, but
Okay, let me ask you a question. If this were the military, you're gonna say if a general gave you an order, who outranks the general? Is it the captain or the general? Who are you gonna listen to if you're a soldier?
The general, right?
I think captain and general are two separate
That's what
branches.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, it's not two separate branches. There's captains and generals.
But which one is the higher ranking PO?
The general. I think captain is below general.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So listen to the general.
Would be,
you listen to you follow the chain of command.
So general would be Splinter, and the captain would be Leo.
I just always found that argument so flimsy.
But when you're in the field, see, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, the mentor isn't in the field.
Just like
the leader is, right?
Well, no, that's not necessarily true either. I mean, I think when you put it like this, and Power Rangers is such a subjective thing where you can't say, oh well, this is the mentor of the season. That means they're not the leader; they're just a mentor. So when you relegate it like that, Zordon was definitely their leader. Here's another example. Here's another great example. When the Power Rangers were kids, right? When they got turned into kids before Alien Rangers. Are you going to tell me that Billy, even though Billy was the mentor figure, Billy wasn't the leader? It was Tommy. Kid Tommy was outranked Billy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I think so. Who leads?
But why does Zordon call Tommy the leader?
He's the leader on the field. He's the leader that calls the shots of the team. Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. The leader.
But if the leader, but if the mentor is joining you on the field, who's the leader?
Oh, then the mentor.
The mentor.
And the leader.
Yeah. Who's the leader?
Mentor and the leader.
Cavaliers coach or LeBron James? Who's the leader?
Who's the either way, it's still LeBron James. I mean, that's a weak argument. But
Pat Riley or Jordan?
But Michael Jordan. But the difference is if they're on the field with you. All right, here's a great question. So David Beckham owned a part of the LA Galaxy, correct? Right. David Beckham was part owner, but also part player. So just because he also owned the team, did that make him not the leader?
I don't know soccer.
No, but he was. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm saying but Zordon is the mentor because he's not in the field.
But he's not in the field, sure. But
because
RJ.
It's during the battle he's not.
So how did this?
In this case, RJ was
the mentor and the leader.
The mentor and the leader.
Just like Tommy was when he was for Dino, whatever. He was the mentor and the leader.
Yeah. They say your haircut's.
I need a new barber.
What?
I don't know.
That's what Kendrick Figure said.
Damn. Cut at you so quickly.
Fuck you.
I think that's why they cut at you though, because you tell them fuck you.
All right, so let's move on to our next story. A lot of people gave this a 3.
No.
Or sorry, that's Lashana Brooks gave it a 3. Thomas Franco 3.5. Edward Sanchez gave it a 5. DDT gave it a 3. And Ratwing gave it a 3.
Okay.
So.
Wavelength.
Our next story was the 4th in the bunch. This was the Ninja Steel story.
This was interesting.
I don't like it. I don't care.
So let's go to you, Daniel. First, give me the positives. Give me the negatives. What was the story?
It was.
Walk me through when you read it. What did you think? What did you think? Go ahead.
We kind of got a time travel one, where dimension hopping more than anything else. We got to see Tommy and what's his name, what's his
Brody?
name? Brody. We got to see
Brock.
Brody and Jason got to meet up for a bit. That was interesting. I got to see Mick in the comic, which was cool.
Well, hold on. Before he says he's going to keep calling me Ratwing, isn't he? Technically, Jezzer's the one that called you a rat, so I'm just going on the name Ratwing because it works. You did call him a rat.
Did I?
You said he's a snitch, and a snitch is essentially a rat, so Ratwing works, right?
Yeah. And it kind of rhymes with Blackwing, Ratwing.
There you go. Go ahead. Sorry.
So with this episode issue, whatever you want to call it, story in the issue, it was refreshing, kind of going into them. That was it. What happened?
They still called you. All right, go ahead.
They're calling it. Damn.
Why didn't you like
talking.
it? He's done. Why didn't you like it?
I don't know. I didn't really care for the story. It didn't really make any sense. Like, were they both there at the same time, or is like kind of?
I think there was a dimension thing that was going on, and
Yeah.
They cut through it, like the two Red Rangers cut through it and met each other in that dimension.
Because Alpha was doing what he called.
I did like that part where he had a mustache and something. And he's running him and Mick.
That was so weird.
That was so weird.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
But yeah, so the thing that was interesting, which is, Brody said the same thing I said, which was it was like, wait, hold on, Alpha. If your Rangers couldn't do it, what makes you think we're going to be able to do this? Like, pretty much, I don't want to die. And this makes no sense to me. If they couldn't do it, why are you going to come out of time or out of your dimension and time and bring us over there so we can pretty much die too?
I'm in two minds with this story, mainly because I'm happy they did a season that wasn't Mighty Morphin, but at the same time, just like Ninja Steel, this one fell flat for me. Even though it had somewhat of a team up.
Right.
I don't know if it's just me, but I don't really care for Brody as a Red Ranger. I actually don't really care much about any of these characters, with the exception of like Preston, Haley, and Sarah. Actually, I think everybody else kind of just falls flat for me.
Yeah.
By the way, Ratwing sounds like a Darkwing Duck villain, not a Blackwing, not a Batman villain.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So what would you give it?
So first of all, chat, what do you give this story? And Jezzer, you didn't think too highly. You said though that the first Mighty Morphin story was weaker. What do you give this one?
You classify this as a Mighty Morphin story?
No, you said that the first story of the group was weaker. So what do you give this one?
This is very close. I think I'll give this a 2. I give this a 2.
Daniel.
4.
Oh, 4. Wow.
Like
Why so high?
Like I said, once again,
why so high? It's his opinion.
Brody gets to be the voice of the audience, which is something that usually you don't want to do, especially when it comes to something that's geared for almost an all ages kind of thing, because it's poking holes in what you're doing, but it was a logical hole to do or to present. And I like that. Taking that chance as a writer is very interesting. And that's why I was like, okay, you're going for it. You're giving me a little bit more. So 4.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna 2.5 it here.
Ooh.
It wasn't a highlight issue by any means.
Is it because you don't like Ninja Steel?
It's not that I don't like Ninja Steel, but if you look at all of the dialogue, that it really came from Mick and Brody. Everybody else was just a side character.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was a waste. If that's the case, just have Brody.
I did like how Christiani had commented like, "Oh man, they
Sarah,
made me look." No, it's Christiani on. It's like, "Oh, they made me look good."
Yeah, that was like, okay.
Cool.
So Mari gives it a 5 out of 10, which if you do the math, that is a 2.5. Blackwing gives it a 2. Cookie Face and Ratwing, a new dynamic duo.
I'll go for it.
It's like
like an odd couple type of thing.
Yeah, Jerry Hall gives it a 3.
Jerry Hall.
Jerry Hall. That's a Spice Girl. That's right.
Yeah.
Spice Girl's in here. Wow. Edward Sanchez gives it a 4. Let's get dangerous. Greg Guzman gives it a 3.
Let's get dangerous.
So there you go. That's now we have the final story of the bunch, which I thought was the best one.
Best one.
Focused on Corone, Andros, and Leo and Maya. Daniel, walk me through the story.
Okay, so this one was a really good one. It was a trial in Astromina, and the reason we had the trial is because, well, yeah, now we know she's good, but even though she is good and we know that she was essentially kidnapped as a kid, kind of brainwashed and brought up to be this villain, and now that whole brainwashing has been broken, there's still the fact that it was you still doing it. And that's what they were running on the premise of. So, of course, Andros has to come to speak on his sister's behalf with the other Rangers to say, well, you guys got to take that in consideration and free her. Ultimately, they did not budge, and the people said, we want revenge, we want retribution. And Andros was smart enough to use his, hologram ability to pretty much give them their sacrificial lamb. And funny and weird enough, they had a level of bloodlust where they wanted to kill her, and they did. They killed the hologram. That kind of brought up a interesting thing where it was like, wow, for your level of justice, what you have to do is an eye for an eye, not let's try to rehabilitate or anything like that, especially with her being hostage to this brainwashing. It's not her fault. But they didn't even consider that. And it was like, well, you're not really noble beings. And then there's also the point that Stramina, what's his?
Corone?
Yeah, Corone was upset with her brother because ultimately it was my doing.
I think she wanted to pay for it.
Yeah, she wanted to pay for it. Like, okay, I did something wrong and I'll get what I deserve. And he was like, no, that shouldn't be the case. And she was like, you made a decision that I did not. And if I am to live my life and do what I am supposed to do, I have to make my decisions. So she was really pissed, and then leaves in the end.
But I mean, that's his duties as her brother, that he'd want to protect her.
True. But I mean, do you get where she's coming from?
Yeah, I do.
You've taken away my choice. And it's my choice, and yet here you are standing up. It's like the whole thing where a person's like, you know what, it's my choice to have a kid or not, and you're like, nope. You don't know what's right. I know what's right. And you're like, do you? Not for me. And that was the thing. It was interesting to see that.
Jezzer, why did you like this story so much?
I think Johnny said it best when he compared it to the Trial of the Phoenix, Trial of Jean Grey. He did. That was perfect because as the Dark Phoenix, she did a lot of like terrible things, and of course the Guardians of the Galaxy had to help.
Guardians of the Galaxy or the X-Men, you think?
The X-Men. Sorry.
Right.
They had to hold her. Sorry. They had to hold her accountable for what she did, and I think that this story, especially all the people that spoke up against her, I like that they brought in all these different races.
Like Kruger.
Kruger
was
in.
And the thing with Kruger that I loved about this was he was very much like, hey, I respect everything the Ranger's doing. I respect that she's a Ranger now, but that should not forgive her for all these people that she killed.
Dude, I was like, whoa. Kruger was pretty much like, I want her head. Like, that's what Kruger was doing.
He was doing it in kind of like a diplomatic
He was doing it in a very diplomatic way, which plays out in Cosmic Protectors.
Yeah.
But one thing I also do like in this story is that big plot twist here, that when Andros does what he does to convince them that, hey, they split it, there's two separate people, Corone is not happy about the decision and was ready to face death and slaps the crap out of Andros and is like, hey, let me make my own decisions. I don't need anybody else telling me what to do or thinking for me. I loved that scene.
That's why I was like, I side with her. I when she did that, I was like, I get it.
I do want to. I have an idea. It just dawned on me. What do you guys think about? I'm going to pitch this idea to Morphicon. Let's see if we can get this going.
Right.
So I know that Power Morphicon has a lot of their panels. One panel I want to pitch is to get all of the actors in this to actually do this as a live read. Christopher Kamen Lee.
Oh, no way.
I'm going to try to get all of them
Danny
together.
Slavin.
Danny Slavin. I'm going to try to get all of them together to do this.
To read this story.
Oh
my, that would be dope.
So that's my goal. I'm going to make this happen. Watch.
Yeah.
Morphicon 2018. I feel like we just need different panels. That hashtag show wants to bring you different panels. This is one of them. We're going to title it the episode of whatever it is, or whatever this is.
Is it too late to pitch? Is it too late to pitch?
No, there's a controversy happening at Morphicon. Oh, everything's changing there.
No, everything. Whole game is
but
changing.
You know what? Here's one thing that I do want to do. Is I don't listen. Blackwing says I'm stealing his idea of live reads. I'm pretty sure live reads have been going on since the beginning of time.
Yeah, since it was TV.
But anyway, this would be a different way to do this, and I think at Morphicon would be a great way to see this. And if you want to see this panel that I'm hoping to do exclusively, we might be live streaming it right here at that hashtag show. So stay tuned in August. We'll have that all for you.
Can I be Doggy Kruger?
I'm gonna, well, probably because his actor's probably not going to MorphCon.
I'll
So
do that other
don't worry,
area.
for all of you that won't be there, panels that we're gonna be doing like this, we're going to be putting them back out there, so you don't have to worry about things like this. Now, what I do want to talk about is we have this thing. We made a new rule for prom king and prom queen that somebody has to nominate you. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that can nominate themselves, and I think that it gets a little unfair like that. So once you get nominated for prom king or prom queen, it puts you in the running. Once you get in the running, people can start voting for you. But we already have a few submissions for that.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd like to play those submissions, and we're going to start off.
No, it's all together.
Oh, well, it's all together, so let's check it out.
Hey hashtag family, it's Layla here, and I would like to nominate Jezzer, aka Cookie Face, to be the Angel Grove Prom King.
Hey everyone, I just want to make my nominations for Prom Queen and Prom King for Angel Grove Prom. For Prom King, I want to nominate Jezzer, and for Prom Queen, I want to nominate Elle. Thank you and bye.
So guess, I didn't realize I had my phone out making a video. I'm at the gym doing a little ranger training. You want to be a ranger, you gotta train like a ranger. However, I realized that we have to make nominations for Prom King. So, I'm nominating Jess and the Toku Kid, Power Ranger Morphicon, Prom King. See you guys in August. It's Morphin' time.
Toku.
Congratulations to our nominees right now. Jezzer, you're in the lead. You got 2 votes. Toku Kid is also nominated for Prom King, and Elle from the Retro Ranger Wrap-Up, which will, I think, be here tomorrow. So that's awesome, guys. And Layla, thank you so much for sending in your video. Matthew Thompson, and obviously Toku Kid.
But it seems like with nominations, there's a little bit of a problem going on. Seems to be a little bit of an anti-nomination campaign happening, which I am loving. It is hitting social media and
I love this
in so many
First of all,
ways.
are you going to be doing any nominations yourself?
I think I will. I'm trying to figure out exactly who I want to nominate. It's not going to be myself, but I think I have an idea for Prom Queen. Because I don't hear anyone doing those nominations.
Oh, yeah, there's one.
Well, we did get Elle.
Oh, yeah, there was Elle. So I think I'm
You're not
really
going to vote for your own cast member?
I'm not
He
gonna
wants
vote
to be
for
queen.
myself for Prom Queen.
Are you going to vote for not going to vote for your own cast member, Elle?
I'm gonna put a campaign out, and you'll see.
Now tell me, if you vote for Tony, who didn't even make your top 3.
Wow, but
You
yet
keep going back to that.
She may not be in my
Hashtag
top
facts.
3 because she's outside of all of that because she's the one that I chose.
Or that was left. Go ahead. All right, so go ahead and
be in the top 3.
go ahead and play it.
All right,
She's
here.
number 1.
All right.
That was left.
Beyonce, you don't put in a top 5. You say
Important message alert. Attention Angel Grove High. Some new information has been discovered. Do you really want Jezzer, who thinks fans are too ugly to be Power Rangers, to be Prom King? Joe can even confirm it himself.
Jezzer's saying certain people are too ugly to cast in things.
And he can't even control his rage.
Stop shouting! Can't you see I'm trying to record a video here? Get the fuck out!
There it is. Proof that he shouldn't be Prom King. Be honest with yourself. Would you really vote this monster as Prom King? No, so let's just put him where he belongs. In the trash. This message was paid for by the community to elect Toku Kid, so please make the right choice and vote Toku Kid as Angel Grove Prom King.
I'm Toku Kid and I approve.
I love it.
This was the best video that I think I've ever seen.
That was good. I can't even be mad because that was just really good.
So good.
I can't even be mad.
That was
like,
great.
I'm sorry.
This is the stuff I love.
Yeah.
I love how the community comes together and they will do things. Show us how creative you are. We got Toku doing these. We got Kendrick Thoughts doing. He's gonna do a rap intro for us. Like I love that when people are like, "Yo, we're putting things together. This is what we can do." Keep doing that, guys. Keep sending stuff.
That was one of the best videos I think we've ever.
I'm not gonna deny it.
That might have been the best video we've ever been.
It's probably the best video I've seen in a while.
All right, so now what do we have?
That's everything.
No. I thought you were gonna play. I thought there was.
Yeah. We have one more, and this is from DDT, which ironically is another cookie face bashing video. So it's cool. It's fun. You know what? You know what? If you got haters, that means you're doing something right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Power Morphicon's Angel Grove Prom. Now, it's come to my attention that we've got a few new nominees for Prom King. Yeah, I see you. Yeah. we're not here to talk about him. We're here to talk about you. I wanted to give you a shout out and say thank you for all my Instagram followers, everyone at that hashtag show, for all of your support as Lord Dragon, as your prom king.
Lord Dragon, this is a ride for you.
Oh, it's from the nomination committee. They must be ready to give me my award right now. Dear Lord Dragon, look, they even announced me my name. We have been informed of your attempt to be Angel Grove's prom king. However, it is to our regret that due to your recent actions against Green Ranger Dragonzord Tommy and Zeo Ranger 5 Red Tommy, not to count your attacks against the whole Morphin Grid, that you have been disqualified from Power Morphicon's Angel Grove Prom King nominations. Furthermore, your attendance is no longer required nor expected. What is this? Who let them know? Who told them? Was it you?
No, sir.
It was you, wasn't it? You told them my secret. It was you who told that Blue Centurion, whoever you are, of the things I have done. This is what happens when you defy me. If the Rangers will not have me as their prom king, then they will serve me as their prom lord. See you at Morphicon, Rangers.
Man,
and the Oscar
Hold on,
goes to.
You're definitely getting some.
I am.
heat.
I'm getting some.
People,
Hey,
maybe you are gonna win this prom.
Hey,
king.
Layla, it's fine. Layla's.
Have you ever been prom king before?
No, not
Maybe
even
at first,
close.
huh?
Not even
Man,
close.
congrats.
In high school, I was a
What-
nerd.
I will.
Yeah.
Let me just encourage this though. If I can get more videos like the the cookie bashing videos, they're pretty good.
Yeah,
They're
Toku.
pretty
If you
good.
can make more, if you can make more of those, I would like to see them.
So let's catch everyone up to speed officially. Jezzer, you're in the lead for prom king. You have 2 votes. Also, Toku is in front for prom king. You can vote for him as well. L is also front runner, the only runner for prom queen. If you want to vote, you can't vote for yourself. You can vote for anybody else. You can nominate anybody else for prom king or prom queen. You haven't cast a vote yet. I haven't cast a vote yet. A lot of us haven't.
Make a video to cast.
I think that's the only way we're going to submit this.
No, but
we're also going to do a
really
poll on THS hashtaggers. Now, what is THS hashtaggers, you ask, Daniel?
What is CHS hashtaggers, Joe?
Are you kidding
He
me
asked
right now?
you.
You said you asked, Daniel. I'm asking.
Ask, or answer.
Come on.
Daniel, what's CHS hashtaggers?
No, man,
Okay.
you. I'm talking
Never
to
mind.
you.
Okay, so THS hashtaggers.
You know what
is
I've
a
been
great
thinking
place-
about Daniel Nagami back there this whole time?
Where
Where's
the
my
hell is my
fucking
drink?
drink?
That's it. I've been
Go
thinking
ahead.
the same
Sorry.
thing.
Go ahead, continue.
Failed.
Proceed.
So, proceed. So, THS hashtaggers is a great place where you can be a like-minded geek and talk about like-minded geek things. For example, Power Rangers, Transformers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, hell, The Matrix. Who knows? Whatever you like concerning geek stuff, you can talk about right there and have a full conversation with a bunch of other geeks. Go there. Do it now.
Do it.
So if you want to send in your videos also, and we're going to have a poll up on THS hashtaggers. We're going to keep track of this poll. But we are definitely the Daryl campaign. Yeah. We definitely will keep track of this poll. But THS hashtaggers where you're going to be able to vote for prom king and prom queen. As we said before, if you want to send in a video, send it in to fanquestions@thathashtagshow.com. You can send those videos in for promposals, number 1, if you want to add somebody to Angel Grove prom, or to nominate somebody or vote for somebody else to be prom king or prom queen. And those are going to air right here on the Ranger Wrap-Up and also tomorrow on the Retro Ranger Wrap-Up. Now, last but not least, well, we got to talk about this controversy for the next quick seconds. And let me just run it down real quick. Power Morphicon is going to be changing because Jezzer's arch enemy, Grandmaster Ranger, is no longer associated with it. Is that correct?
Correct.
I don't know if we want to go into detail why He's not associated with it, but he is not associated with it. But I also know that Jezzer made a big fuss about this on social media because he was judging the cosplay contest. I don't want to say anybody. I mean, you got mad about it. You got pretty hot.
When you're having a contest and nepotism comes into play, that just doesn't make any sense.
Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore
Yeah.
because it's going to change. Jezzer, are you going to try to get that spot too?
Probably.
So first you steal prom king. Second, you steal Mikey Perez's date. Third, you're slipping right into that judge spot.
Gonna be a judge.
I like that.
Hey, you know when opportunity arises, it has to be someone that goes down to catch it, and that's I think.
If we ever do an after dark on this, maybe we'll reveal it there. But you can
It's
find
all- it's all over Ranger groups.
It's all over Ranger Group. So check it out. You can find out what happened there. But a lot of the fans have been upset about him being the judge in this contest. That is no longer the case.
And the other contest.
And the fan film contest as well. That is no longer the case. Now let's get to those questions and comments, and we can wrap out the show.
Cool. Let's start off with Coolback. I mean, they killed off the past Tommy before they killed off the Zeo version. I think that the Shattered Grid is actually a Shattered Grid, and every future and every past is in its own timeline. I can probably tell you that Go-Go Power Rangers is now in a different continuity than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody want to comment on that?
Nope.
No, I agree.
No offense, bros, but I think IDW sucks and it's a dumpster fire. Well, guess what? Wow. Just to let you know, let's rewind a little bit. Boom Studios, name me 4 Boom Studios comics that they had before Power Rangers. Go ahead. I'll wait.
TikTok.
Go ahead.
So, while we're still waiting, Tony Robinson says...
Tony Robbins, the guy that was the...
Tony Robinson.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
The inspirational speaker.
I'm Tony Robbins.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
My
that
mouth
voice
is so big.
I'm a giant. Everybody want a peanut. I love MPR, but they wouldn't stand a chance against the Psycho Rangers. I would love to see that fight.
Cool. Cool story, dude.
Good.
Good. Awesome.
That's the last one. It says that's from
No, that's it.
and Anubis
Wait,
the
wait.
Dead, the Reaper.
Wait, how do you say that? How do you say that word, Daniel? That last word.
Good?
Good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Good.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, so that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And right now, in about just a couple minutes, we got a super chat. Can we retract the vote because Jerry Hall deserves it?
Who's Jerry Hall?
I don't know. It's what Toku Kid
You're
said.
Jerry.
Can we retract the vote because Jerry Hall deserves it?
Okay.
Nominate Jerry Hall for Angel Grove Prom King. We can't retract the vote because we need a video to nominate Jerry Hall.
You're going to have to do a video.
So Jerry Hall, if somebody wants to nominate you, great. This is how we do things here. Guys, if you want to catch up on some Sentai news, maybe some Kamen Rider stuff, stay tuned. All you got to do is jump into the next stream, which is going to start up in just a couple minutes here. Justin and Jezzer, Cookie Face himself, are going to be talking some tokusatsu. They're going to be talking you through some Sentai, some rumor and innuendo going on with Kamen Rider, but that's going to be coming up next. Keep that chat active. We want to see that super chat flow in there. That was a weird sentence I said. We definitely want to see that super chat going, though, and these guys have a lot to say about Henshin Hangout. Yes, and it's coming on right after this. So all you got to do is move over to the next chat. You guys are going to get notifications. Yep. And if you're not subscribed to that hashtag show, we recommend you subscribe because that way you can stay up to date with everything that we do and you'll get a notification. But guys, this is Daniel. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Instagram, Battlestar Galactica.
Jezzer?
Everything Jezzer Zeus.
You can find me at that hashtag Joe. And like I said, Henshin Hangout's coming up right after this. But thank you so much for joining us on the wrap-up. Tomorrow we're going to be on the Retro Ranger wrap-up, and there might be an After Dark, there might not be. But if you won't know that unless you're subscribed to Pop Culture Renegades. That's right. So head over to our sister channel where you can learn more about us on Pop Culture Renegades. That's right here on YouTube as well. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.
Jessica, will you be my date to the Angel Grove Prom?
Hi, Jonathan. Even though you should have chose Joe's side, don't worry, we'll get you on the right side. I will definitely go with you to the Power Rangers prom. That would be awesome. Thank you for asking me, and I will see you in a few months. Bye.
Carlos Martinez, and this is my prom proposal video, and I would like to officially ask Cap Bloodgood to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove prom.
And no, I did not in any way know Carlos was going to ask me. Nor did I think he was going to ask me, so I was definitely shocked when I found And I did react the best way I could by saying no, and a lot of you guys would be like, oh, I can't believe you said no to him. Guys, let's be real. I was not going to plan on going with him as is, so I'm okay with saying no. However, in turn, there is something I would like to ask, and that something would be, Ernie, would you like to go to Angel Grove Prom with me?
What's up, guys? Journey here. So, oh my god. Holy shit. Someone actually asked me out to the Angel Grove Prom. What? Why? And it's none other than the amazingly kind and wonderful Kat. Thank you so much. Like, that would be so much fun to be able to go out with an awesome girl like Kat. But I'm stuck in a predicament. So, Carlos is my boy, my main road dog, and I just can't take his date away from him. There's some kind of code out there about that. I was talking about all three of us going together. That way, I can be the first hashtagger to have 2 dates. That's 2 more than Daniel. I mean, hey, there's plenty of journey to go around. So I am flipping this around. Kat, Carlos, will you both be my date for the Angel Grove Prom? Now listen, it's either the 3 of us or it's none of us. And no is not an acceptable answer.
L out to the hashtag show prom. It's not called that, it's called the Angel Grove Prom. I'm here to ask L out to the Angel Grove Prom thing.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm super flattered that 2 people asked me to prom. And Derek, I'm so sorry, but MJ Spuds asked me first, so I'm going to have to go with him. And I'm super excited to be able to go with you.
Oh, hey. I didn't realize I was holding my phone making a video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is JD. I'm a producer for that hashtag show, and I help produce most of the Power Ranger content on here. I'm a huge Ranger fan, and I've been to all the Power Morphicons. So it's crazy that this year we're throwing the official Angel Grove Prom at this Power Morphicon. So obviously, I need a date. So I am asking Miss Kelly Bohart if you would be my date for the Angel Grove Prom. I don't know anyone I'd have more fun with, and I await your response. So let's party like it's 1993, guys.
Oh, hey. Hey, JD. I accept your offer to go to the Angel Grove Prom. See you there.
Hey, hashtag group. I want to make my video for the Angel Grove Prom. I would like to invite my Dahlia to be my Angel Grove Prom date. So, my name is Mikey Perez. I've been a fan of this group for a long time. This is my second Power Morphicon. So, I would like to invite my Dahlia to be my date for the Power Morphicon date. So.
Hey guys, this is my new promposal video. This is going to be a promposal to Migdalia. So sorry to Robin Chan and to Mike Perez if that kinda messes up your plans. But hope to see you guys there at Angel Grove Prom.
Good morning, everyone. It's come to my attention that I owe a couple people a few answers about Power Morphicon, about Power Morphicon. So that's to Derek, to Mikey, and I guess now Jezzer. Basically, guys, my status of going to Power Morphicon is up in the air right now. A few weeks ago, I received a saved a date for my cousin's wedding back in New Jersey, and it is taking place on August 18th. So I might actually be going to the wedding instead of to Power Morphicon, so I'm actually not going to be committing myself to any date right now. If I do decide, and that's going to actually be last minute, to go to Power Morphicon, it's just going to be easier for me to coordinate with that with Jezzer. So Jezzer, I will accept just because you're like right there, and it's going to take no effort at all. I hope he doesn't take any offense to that. Anyway, guys, I'm really, really flattered, and I hope that you will find other dates to Power Morphicon, and I actually hope I can go, and I'll be able to see you there.
The Angel Grove Prom is coming up, and I can't wait to come. So I need a date. So I'm going to ask Sarah, would you be my date for the Angel Grove Prom?
Hey guys, Sarah here. This is my response to Larry Newbill's asked for me to go to the Power Ranger prom with him. I'm so sorry, I keep moving because I just can't stand still. I'm so sorry for taking forever to get back to you. I'm very forgetful. However, I do have to give you a maybe just because I'm usually out of town in August, and as much as I really want to be there for Power Rangers, I might not be. And I don't want you to sit around waiting for me. So if you want to, you can do that, but also I won't feel awful if you ask someone else. I totally get it. Okay, have a great day and a wonderful Power Ranger.
Hi, I am making this video, well, basically to ask Anna Miles to Power Morphicon Angel Girl Prom. I know it's coming up in the summer. Well, Anna, I just want to know if you want to be my date to the Angel Girl Prom. I would be patient for your response.
In response to your proposal, I accept. I don't know how I'm going to get to Power Morphicon, but I trust you.
Oh, hey. So, I'm sure you're already aware, but Power Morphicon is going to be hosting the Angel Grove High School prom. And it's crazy, but it's a little ways away. And I'm sure it's going to be fun. I can promise it's going to be fun. Because I can't think of anyone else I'd rather spend it with than with you. Which leads me to my next question. Diana Chen, would you do me the honor of going to the Angel Grove High School prom with me? It would be a misdeed for the most beautiful girl of Angel Grove High to go with anyone other than myself. I patiently await your response.
Hi Daryl, thank you so much for the sweet prom video. Yes, I would like to go to prom with you. It's Morphin time!
Oh, hey. Didn't notice you there. But since I have your attention, there's something I want to ask you. Now, before I ask you, I know you might not be able to attend Power Morphicon, but I'm still going to ask you anyway. Jackie, will you be my date for the Angel Grove prom?
Hey Jess. Well, I can't go to Power Morphicon because I work. But I guess I'll be your date.
Hey, hashtag show. This is Mikey. I decided to do another prom video. This is my last shot, so I decided to go hard on this one. I decided to invite Maverick to be my Angel Grove prom date for Power Morphicon 18. So I'll wait for your reply.
Hey Mikey, it's Maverick with that hashtag show. I am so flattered. Everyone showed me your video and I think it is the sweetest, probably the only prom proposal I've ever been sent. So good for you. And I heard it was in August. So if I'm free, I know I will do my best to be alongside you. And if anything, just for a picture, because what girl doesn't love to get dressed up and have a gentleman escort them? So I look forward to it and I'll keep you posted.
I'm Daniel. You may remember me from such videos as running around with my pants off.
Okay.
Ready?
It's recording.
Ready?
Woo! Woo!
Also, well, I guess Riverdale fabricated a whole story.
Cheryl's got a disease, Daniel. Tell
Oh,
us what's the disease.
It's called liabetes. But this video is interesting because what I'm doing is asking you, Tony Sanchez,
You so fucking precious when you smile.
to Angel Grove prom. Please do me the honor.
Okay, hi everybody. This is Tony with my best friend, partner in crime, Renee. Hi, Renee. And as we all know, a girl cannot just go ahead and accept a date unless her best friend signs off on it. So, Renee, thoughts, comments, concerns about Daniel Jerome?
I thought it was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he clearly respects you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset he didn't ask my permission first.
Very true. Very true. That's a big demotion. Yeah, big demerit right there. But ultimately, what do you think about me going to Angel Grove prom with him?
I'm on board if you're on board. You're a grown-ass woman.
Am I though? I will go ahead and tell you, Daniel Jerome, I will go to prom with you.
All right, who are you? I'm nobody. And if I'm nobody, that makes you less than nobody, right? I can play that game. Ryan. Yeah, this is Jimmy. James, he's a graphic artist. And also, Jimmy, I can ask you something. Sure, what's up? Prom, please. No. Screw you then! Don't worry, I go to prom with you, buddy! Yay! Prom buddies forever! I'm out. No. Too late. What do you say, yes or no?
So, guys, we have something special coming up. We are throwing the official Power Ranger party at Power Morphicon 2018 in August in Anaheim Convention Center. And we're doing this thing called the Power Ranger. It's called the Angel Grove Prom. Are you familiar with Angel Grove?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the theme of prom?
I love prom.
Did you go to your prom?
I went to every prom. I went before I was even able to go to prom, and I went the year after I graduated.
Wait.
For real.
You went the year after?
I got someone to ask me so I can go. I love prom so much. I've asked all the guys to prom. I've actually never been asked.
Really?
I've asked every single guy because I like being aggressive.
All right. Well, we're going to flip the tables here. So
What do you mean?
I'm hosting this along with the rest of our crew. And I was wondering if you would go to prom with me.
Oh man. I mean, this is kind of awkward.
This is awkward.
Because Jake kind of already asked me, but are you even gonna be in town that weekend? Oh, you're not. I mean, sorry, Jake. That's all you get again.
Oh, so I have a prom date.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you at Angel Grove Prom 2018 at the Anaheim Convention Center. See you at Morphicon.